Hi, it's Kelly from Coffee Sunshine Paper, and I am back with this little book that we were working on the other day, and we prepared it for the sewing in of signatures, and today I want to show you how I do the signatures. So if you want to gather your materials first, you're going to want maybe a ruler. I don't do a lot of measuring, but in this case I do. Some kind of marker. You're going to need a little pokey tool, a little awl. I don't use a real big one, you can see, but it does the job. A needle and whatever thread you want to use for your sewing. And I tend to just use this kind of embroidery floss. Okay, so, and scissors. You want your scissors, and you want your signatures. Okay, so I already prepared my signatures. They are ready to go. And I have three. If you are going to do this for the first time, then maybe practice with just one. And, just fold some random copy paper or whatever and get another thicker piece of paper maybe to pretend it's your book cover, and just do a practice run maybe before you do your actual book. Okay? So, yeah, so this is the process I use. So first I need to mark up in my book where I want to sew into, and like I said, I don't do a whole lot of measuring, but I do like to know kind of where the center excuse me, the center is here, so I just put a little mark there in the center, just one, even though there's three signatures, I just need one dot right now. And then again, right in the center, and we kind of have this nice natural line here going on, so it's kind of helpful. And then again, one more right in the center. Okay, and then on either side, because I have three, I'm going to need three dots. So on either side of the dot that I just put, I want to put sort of, in the middle, right in the middle, between where the book cover starts here in the spine, whatever you want to call this borderline here. We need a dot in between here and here. So we're just going to put one there. And then again, the same on this side. So just kind of equidistant. And that looks good to me. Okay, so then come down here and do the same. And that looks good there. Oops, it's a little higher than that one. So I'll have to, it's okay. No one's going to see these dots, so don't worry. If you screw up the dots, not a problem. Oh gosh, that's a little high. There we go. Okay. And then, again, just equidistant. And right about there. Yeah, so that's where I start, just marking up there. And then I need to grab the signatures, and I want to mark on sort of the little spines of the signatures where these dots are. So I didn't, because this dark washi tape I used, it's going to be sort of hard for me to see it, but I just sort of line them up like this and get them just right how you want them. Let me see. So see what I'm trying to do? Just trying to line them up with the dots here, making sure they're straight. And then I just put a mark on the washi. This isn't a great pen for this, I don't think. There, now I can start to see it. Put a mark on the washi where your dots were. See, okay. Sometimes when I use the darker washi, I'll use like a white pen because it shows up a little better. But I don't know if it's my washi or the glare. But oops, I don't want that to happen. Okay, so end up doing is turning these signatures inside out. So I want to make sure I see this dot. I'm just not liking this pen right now. Let's see if this one works a little better. Maybe this one's a little better. We just have to be able to see the dot when we turn them inside out. There we go. Okay, I think that is okay. We will try to fix any problem with those dots as they come up. But you can kind of see that they're all, the dots are in a line, or close to a line. You know, that's, it can be an exact science, but with me it's not an exact science. So, all right, so now what we're gonna need, also part of what you're gonna need is something you don't mind poking holes into. So I just use this old catalog here to poke my holes into. And you just get your little pokey tool and go right through your holes, through the back of the book. And this is if you don't mind that exposed spine. So we're gonna see the little thread marks of our spine. Some people like the hidden spine, and that is just as easy to do. And I'll show you what that looks like. So this is, you know, I've got, you saw, I got, or maybe if you saw my last video, you saw, I've got Fabrifix, I've got the Tyvek tape, I got fabric, and then the actual spine, and this just pokes right through. So this is not too bad at all. And if you do want that hidden spine look, I'll show you, I just finished this one. So if you want this hidden spine, see how you don't see the thread lines, right? So you're going to do this exact same process I'm showing you today, only you are going to do it onto a piece of chipboard. So you would cut a little piece of chipboard. I cover mine with fabric too, and then do the same process but onto the little piece of chipboard, and then you're going to glue that into the spine. So that's if you don't want to see your threads. Okay. But I don't mind seeing the threads. I think they add to the charm. So we poked the book. Now we're going to poke the signatures. All right, so starting with this first one, just do a quick flip through and make sure everything is going the way you want it to go. Nothing is worse than sewing in a signature and then realizing that, you know, a page is upside down or, you know, backwards. I like this short pages, I like to alternate. Top, bottom, or middle. And I think this one looks good. Okay, so you're ready to flip it inside out. Nail it down there. And then, this is why we need to find those holes. Get your pokey tool. Where's my awl? There you are. All right, now we got to find those black dots. So that looks like one right here. Just poke through. Make sure you get all the way through. And some people paper clip these together so they're not fussing and holding them. But it doesn't bother me to hold them together. Right through the other side. And where are you, black dot? Okay, I'm gonna need my book again. There's line ups right there. Right there. You probably saw that, right? You probably were screaming at me. There it is. There it is. All right. So one's done. You can set it aside and do the same with the other ones. Okay. Again, let me just make sure we can see. Whoops. Make sure we can see everybody. Yep, I think I see all three. We turn them inside out. Oh no, double check first. Double check. Double check everybody's going the way we want them to. This is not folded very well. And the numbers are going the right way. So that's good. It's a little crooked though. This one's just crooked to me. Just fix that real quick. Okay. And this one we'll put up at the top. Looks good, looks good. That one's I'm gonna probably glue down, make it a little pocket. And I'll probably put pockets in these insides too with the signatures. But this looks good. This is how we want it. And things going on. I think it's with the ledger. Just stay in this place, please. Dictionary page. Okay. And again, we're going to flip it inside out. Try to keep everything where you had it. Inside out, and now we're going to try to find those holes. And they're all find those black dots. Oh, this one's tough. I think I see that one there. That one there. This one I'm struggling with. So just a second. I'm going to go back to our dots here. See, maybe I should have used the white marker instead of this black one. That was the better pen. It was this one, I think. Okay. A little bit darker. Alright, I think we should be able to see what's going on. Let me turn inside out. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. Alright, so opening it up. And ready to, oops, that out of the way. Go through, all the way through. Watch your fingers doing this part. And that one was here. All the way through. Whoop. And this one is, now we can see that one. Good. All the way through. Perfect. Okay. You are done. Okay, one more of those to go. And this one, I don't think we need to darken those dots. Look pretty good. There's the inside. We'll do our flip through. Make sure everything is the way we want it to be. Good, good. Okay, I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Okay. And dot one. again, paper clipping or binder clips people like to use to keep this together, but I don't have a lot of papers in here. I don't feel like I can't control them. The number of pages I use just kind of varies, usually with what kind of journal it is. If it's mainly if it's a writing journal, then I will use a lot of papers for them to write in. And if it's more of an art or glue book, I try to keep it maybe 7 to 10. Let's see, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 9, and this one's probably pretty average. All right, now we're ready to sew. So I don't need you anymore. Okay, you're gonna start with your last signature. So I want this one first, and then I want this one, and this is my last one. So I'm gonna start with my last one. We are going to take your, some people use wax thread here. I don't like using the wax thread. I've tried it, and I don't know, I just feel like it almost like stretches out. It just doesn't, it's not quite my thing. So you're going to take 1, 2, 3 times the length of your signatures. Okay, and we need 3 of them. So, again, this is just plain old stuff you'd get at Joann's or Michael's or whatever. It's nothing fancy or special. Okay, again, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're ready to sew. So take one and get your needle. This is, I don't know what brand or anything this is, but notice it's not like a terribly sharp needle. I think it's maybe called a darning needle. I'm not sure what it's called, but I know it's not very, very sharp. So that works. All right, this is the plan. Before we go in, I just want to tell you the plan. So the plan is to go through the middle, and then through the middle one. We're going to come out the other side, go through this one then, back up through the book, down the middle, into this hole, back into this hole, come around, and go back through that middle hole again. So that's the plan, and because this is a video, you can pause it. If I am going too fast, pause it or slow it down, or you could speed me up if I'm going too slow. Maybe you've done this before and you just need a quick reminder. But I always start with the middle, and then through the middle one. This is awkward to do. So it's, I was not sure I wanted to do this on video because it is very awkward, but we're going to give it a go. So then back up through the top on the outside, and find that top hole here. Let me see. Okay, and then we're going to go all the way down and catch that third hole down here. This one sometimes gives me trouble. I don't know why. See what I mean? Trouble. Okay, you. Yeah, good. So I don't know why, this bottom one. Some people have no trouble with it at all. I watched a lot of videos, some people sewing in signatures, and some people just zip through this like it's nothing. For me, you can see, it's a little bit of work. All right, so now this is also another place where it gives me a little trouble. You got to go back through this middle one, right? But you just have to make sure you don't catch your thread or floss or whatever you're using there. You don't want to like separate the, because there's like 5 or 6 little threads in there. You don't want to separate them because then it just gets to be a little bit of a problem when you go to tie it off. So back through the middle. Again, try not to go through your actual All right, take that off. Now you want these to be on either side of this middle piece here, and give it a good tug. You know, don't break the thread or anything. That would be awful. But give it a good tug. And I always check the outside. Looks good, looks nice, no extra things going on. I like to check inside what's going on there, and over here what's going on there. Nothing's going on. It looks great. So we're ready to tie. And so I go one, just sort of the natural way I would tie a knot, and then I reverse it. Go the opposite way that feels natural. And then again, the natural way, 3 times a charm. I'm done with that one. So I tend to like to leave these a little bit long for people, especially if I'm selling it, because you can dangle charms and things off of here, jewelry or beads or whatever. So I like to leave that a little long for people. All right, that's one in. And now the other 2 are just like this. Okay, maybe we'll do one more on camera, and that should be all you need. We're at 21 minutes, so yeah. We will hurry this one up again. We open it up, get our thread. Oops, I got a little knot. There we go. Get this through here. Good. Uh-oh, I got a straggler. Okay, let's try the other end. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Everybody's where it should be. Okay, so again, plan through, under, out, this one, back through, all the way down, through, and then back into the middle. All right, again, pause me if I'm going too fast, or speed me up if I'm going too slow for you. Leave just a little there. All right. And through the middle. And we're going to go up to the top one. Through the top. And finding this one can be tricky too sometimes. Okay, it wants to prove me correct there. That one can be tricky, so let's just slow this one down so I do no harm here. Just go a couple pages at a time. You. Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. Almost done. Okay. And then again, all the way down the book to the bottom hole. All the way down. This is the one that I usually have to do this with. This dictionary page is giving me trouble. Where are you? Alright. We're going to have to a little bit closer. Ah, got it. Okay. And then if we screwed anything up, it is no big deal because you just cut the thread and you start over. You can see it doesn't take that long. Come back to the middle one. Again, here you just don't want to go through any of the threads there. You want to try to keep them separate even though they're in that same hole there. Alright, and then finally this one can be a little tricky on the other side too. You don't want to catch that thread wrong. Okay, now I can tell already. See? You see? You see what I did there? You see? Right? I separated those threads. So we got to come back through and undo that little problem there. Simple fix though, right? Not a big deal. And then again, you just want to make sure these are on either side. Give it a good tug. Okay. Again, check all sides though. Check. Check the back. Yep, looks good. Nice and straight. Check inside. Sometimes weird things happen in between your signatures. Aha. You see it? Do you see that? We got to check. Got to check for those things. Can you see it? Okay. So we got to fix that little problem. There we go. Maybe it would have fixed itself, but you can see now, look at this. Look at this little problem we have. So we're going to very carefully, gently pull him back through there. Okay. So those things happen. You just have to look out for them and, you know, go slow and practice. The more you do, just checking everything, the more you do, the better you're going to get at this. Okay, so again, nice and snug, but don't try to break that thing. All right, the natural knot, then the unnatural knot for your hands, and then the natural knot. And then that's it. Little snip, even though I like to leave it long, and that's it. And then we just have one more to go, but I think you got the hang of it now. If you've never done it before, I think you got it. But again, try, practice with just a little group of maybe copy papers, you know, maybe have some in your printer laying around, or construction paper from the kids, or old coloring book or something, and just practice, right? So poke your holes, go through the middle, back around, up through the top, all the way down, back through, and back up the middle. So I hope this was helpful, and hopefully if you buy a vintage cover, now you know how to sew in those signatures and start enjoying your journal. So thanks again for joining me, and have a look around the shop, and reach out if there's any questions. I'm on Instagram and Etsy, and coffeesunshinepaper@gmail.com if you want to email. Okay, so thanks guys. Have a good one. Bye.